Did the Knicks make a statement last night?
They did, and the statement is, this city that they inhabit is high on a drug called the New York Knicks. And I know this drug, I used to be addicted to it, it's fine. Not gonna get back on it anytime soon, but I feel the itch. I feel the itch because I know the symptoms. The symptoms include some dry mouth. The symptoms include not caring at all about the Brooklyn Nets. And the symptoms also include celebrating the first playoff win in 8 years like it is the fall of a grand, vast Death Star collapsing to the surface of the planet, finally getting to celebrate the rise of a rebel alliance in Madison Square Garden. Is this all a bunch of mixed metaphors that don't totally make sense? Also, yes. But the point is, the New York Knicks are back to the extent that they are the best television show in sports right now. I've been watching basketball on and off for 15 months straight now while trapped in New York City, and it's the best show we have because you have no idea on any given night whether Julius Randle will play like he's lobotomized or whether they'll get a game like last night where he will wake back up in the second half while Trae Young mysteriously disappears while the entire garden is raining down curse words and other things that we'll discuss later in the show, possibly allegedly. But the point is, this TV show with these people, you take the people out of it, not that fun. Put this combination of psychologies together, and yes, the statement is we all need to watch and enjoy these New York Knicks.
Pablo, are you sure you don't have dry mouth now? Because that was like 2 minutes, that monologue you just did about the Knicks.
Didn't even say what the score was. Don't even know.
Yeah.
I think they won by 9.
In case you didn't know. And it was, I wouldn't call it a statement victory, but it was gutty. They made some smart second half adjustments. Shout out Tibbs. Julius Randle played better in the second half as well. But to me, it was less about the Knicks and more about the Hawks screwing themselves. Because for some reason, Nate McMillan, their coach, only played Trae Young, their star, for 35 minutes. By comparison, Derrick Rose, who is 10 years older than Trae Young, played 38 minutes in game 1 and is playing on 2 knees held together by scotch tape, played 39 minutes and played really well in this game. There's no excuse for sitting Trae that long, especially when you're also sitting Bogdanovic, because when the two of them are not on the court or weren't on the court last night, the Hawks were minus 14. So I imagine that's going to be an adjustment they have to make in game 3.
Yeah, I agree with Mina. I feel like the statement that was made, and I don't even feel bad saying this in front of you, Pablo, because it's very weird, this world in which you are a New Yorker and a Knicks fan, but you're a Sixers fan, and you called rooting for the Knicks joining a bandwagon, which is it would actually be returning, but none of that matters. I agree with Mina. I think it's more about what the Hawks didn't do. Nate McMillan talked so much about fatigue. And this is a team that's on 2 days rest. And it's just the amount of time the word fatigue was used to describe the game plan was just alarming to me. As a person who pays attention to words pretty well, it seems like a guy who's either afraid that his team is gassed or is for some reason playing in a conservative way that assumes his team is going to be gassed. It makes me feel like their conditioning is not on the level that it should be, when I feel like maybe it might not actually be the truth. It feels like he's playing it safe in a way that is so dangerous that it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But another thing that doesn't make a lot of sense to me is Knicks fans chanting after the game, "We want the Nets," a matchup that's not going to happen, if it happens at all, until the Eastern Conference Finals.
So another contradiction in my brain is that, of course, the Sixers will beat the Knicks if the Knicks beat the Hawks. But that, Katie, that chant in specific made total sense. I mean, we have the scene outside the Garden last night because we can.
What were they saying?
That is the entirety of the Long Island Railroad waiting for a train and celebrating the fact that they have something to do until they get on it.
They're getting off at Mineola.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.